It seems like every day, Luka is creating more impressive career highlights at such a young age. Last night, the Celtics were on the wrong end of a classic Luka moment. The Celtics are off to a rough start this season, and the Mavericks just added extra salt to the wound. In today's full game film analysis, we'll be discussing how Jason Kidd and the Mavericks exposed the Celtics' terrible defense. I'm Ball Boy, and without further ado, let's get started. Marcus Smart as an individual defender is amazing. His technique and hustle is as good as it gets, and he does this on a nightly basis. But when you watch a full game, you tend to notice a lot of head-scratching mistakes. For example, he loses position here because he decides to flop at a tiny push-off. He then expects Robert Williams to cover for him, but this doesn't make sense because Rob Williams' priority would be to guard the roller instead of contesting a mid-range jump shot. Nice play by the Mavericks here. They must have scouted that the Celtics' defense is primarily a switch defense, as you can see Marcus Smart switch with Horford. He outsmarts himself here though, as he thinks Porzingis is going to screen for Luka, so he switches onto Luka early. This preemptive switch catches his teammates off guard and nobody is able to recover onto Porzingis. Here is bad timing by the two Dallas stars, as when Luka begins to make his move, KP simultaneously tries to give him an outlet, which results in a turnover. You can see Luka wanted KP to stay in the corner. This is probably why the Mavericks booted Jay Rich out of town. He impatiently doesn't use the Robert Williams screen, so Dorian Finney is with him the entire time and he's able to get a block from behind. Here you can see Pritchard, who's 3'2", switch onto the big man. You can see this confusing Horford and he's signaling Pritchard to get back to his man. The result is an easy layup. Once again, Richardson shows some poor offensive awareness. He isn't in the corner and this allows Bullock to get an easy strip. And based off of Neesmith's reaction, he was supposed to be there judging by the way he taps the ball. This play by Jalen Brunson caught me off guard. The Mavericks came into this game with an intent to abuse fake handoffs, as they could confuse the Celtics' poor switch defense. Here he's heading towards the direction of Bullock to fake the handoff, but no one falls for it. In 2018, I was told that this guy wasn't athletic, so what the heck is this? Look at how wide that step is. He's looking like Giannis out here. He gets into the paint and Sterling Brown gets an open three. Back to Marcus Smart though, it doesn't feel fair to criticize his defense when he does something like this once every game. And here we get that fake handoff action that I was talking about earlier. It works greatly for the Mavericks. Down 10, the Celtics opt for a Jason Tatum ISO. He gets a shoulder into Bullock and knocks the air out of him. But look at Luka. He helps Bullock up, bad teammate and then proceeds to drain the shot on the other end. Look at Luka, man, so inspirational. Here Marcus Smart is not in a defensive stance because he's too busy looking for potential screeners. Jalen Brunson does that fake handoff again and blows past Smart. Now the Mavericks are up 14. It felt like Brunson had 30 points, not 13 tonight, as he sauces Al Horford next. Back to the Celtics' questionable defense, we have a weird double team by Marcus Smart. He thinks it's fine to double team because he thinks someone is going to cover for him, but that's just a bad switch. 1, he's leaving Powell, who's a big threat in the paint, and 2, he's double teaming Porzingis, who could easily pass over him. Staying with Dwight Powell, I really like this from him. I'm not sure if this is a play or not, but he sets a down screen as he notices that Rob Williams is occupied. Middle of the third quarter, and now Tatum is being doubled. He's hit his last 3 shots, and there's no Jaylen Brown, so he's the only big offensive threat for the Celtics. Good sequence from Marcus Smart here, as he gets a steal, and then scores on the other end. Heads up play by Tatum to hit Finney with a single move to get a 2-for-1, and also before the double team starts. Even though Tatum is having a slow start to the season offensively, I think his passing has got a lot better, despite what Marcus Smart says. Not to sound like a broken record, but it is clear that the Celtics have communication issues on defense. Here, Schroeder is stopping a potential transition rim run before getting back to his man. Since that's contained, Schroeder should have communicated to Horford to slow down for a brief moment to try to at least stop the pass to his original man. And again, I don't understand why the Celtics switched this. This is barely a screen, so there's no need to switch to create a mismatch. Good to see Porzingis use his height and getting inside the paint. Midway through the fourth quarter, and the C's blitz Luka again. This is the second time it resulted in a turnover tonight. This is the weirdest switch of the night. The Celtics have been switching all season, so why is Robert Williams telling Tatum not to pre-switch here, when it's obviously better to do so in this situation? Somehow only down 1, the Celtics started to take momentum here as Tatum played some great defense. And Marcus Smart with his classic timely 3. But we can't have Celtics basketball unless someone is giving up on a play. Here we have Tatum not boxing out Porzingis. Tied up, the Celtics run a simple horn set. Not much there, shooter dribbles it out. He goes for an ISO on Porzingis and he gets absolutely denied. But Robert Williams does his Marcus Smart impression and saves the ball for the Celtics. This is good to see as Lucas sticks with one of the fastest players in the league and it results in a turnover. The Mavericks don't score though and the ball's in Marcus Smart's hands. He's trying to bait a foul, but that's not working with the new rules this year. I kind of think it is a foul though as Porzingis puts his foot in front of Smart's, so I think this should have been an on the ground foul. And here, Marcus Smart is looking like Marcus Dumb as he basically throws the game here. It's not like he's getting blown past, so why is he fouling? Now the shot clock is reset by the Mavericks, Luka has an opportunity to take a game winner, and the Celtics can't get the ball back. Why would you ever do that? Giving Luka the ball in that situation is the equivalent of giving Tom Brady a free 2-minute drill. We know what happens, but here it is again. I guess the Celtics just don't learn because this happened last year.
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?